Bitcoin has finally pushed back above the $35,000 level, which is giving us higher highs on the lower time frames. And this price action is giving the bulls a stronger argument that we are likely seeing Wyckoff accumulation rather than Wyckoff distribution, which is what we're going to discuss in today's video. As you guys know, on this channel, we've been very adamant about our opinions on the market. And since May 19th, when we touched 30,000, we were saying that this is very likely to be a bottom. And now it's starting to look more and more like a bottom. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be discussing the price of Bitcoin. So definitely smash up that like button if you haven't done so already, and also subscribe to this channel if you're new. Looking at the Bitcoin chart on the 12-hour, we can see that we are in an interesting pattern here. We're starting to see higher highs on price in the lower time frames, and now it's starting to look more and more like a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, and that we are likely entering the final phase of Wyckoff accumulation. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to say, no, this is Wyckoff redistribution, and that we're going to be seeing lower lows in price, and that Bitcoin is going to crash once again. But what I find interesting is that the guy from the channel Uncomplication that called the Wyckoff distribution at the 60K top, by the way, that video now has 1 million views, which is huge for crypto. In the video that he made 2 days ago, he's saying that we are more likely to be in a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, and he's also looking for a recovery in price from here on out. Let's take a look at what he said and play the clip.
Where, I had the original Wyckoff distribution marked out. I have been following along here and trying to do my best to see how these current price actions do match the schematic for a Wyckoff accumulation, where we had a very pronounced selling climax. We had a very clear automatic reaction. We've had these secondary tests. I think we've had 2 of them. This moment that we had on the 22nd, where we actually dropped below the $29,000 mark, this lines up pretty nicely with the schematic for being a possible spring. And so I kind of have here mapped out the rest of the accumulation phase.
So if you're going to listen to anyone about Wyckoff, it should probably be the guy that called it in the first place. He also in that video discussed how Wyckoff is not necessarily predictive, because the only difference between Wyckoff accumulation and Wyckoff distribution is which direction it breaks in the end, if it goes up or down. But as we can see in the lower time frames now, we're starting to break towards the upside. Of course, we're not necessarily out of the woods just yet. But yes, I do think we are now going to be moving into the final phase of Wyckoff accumulation, which is the recovery in a break of our resistance of 40 to 42,000. I think that is really the next step here. Now, the next topic of discussion that I want to bring up is what I think is our new bull market support band. On the screen right now, I have the 50-week EMA and the 50-week SMA pulled up here, right? The green line is the 50-week EMA, the yellow line is the 50-week SMA. And it seems like all of our main support touches are coming in right along these 2 moving averages. Previously, the narrative in the crypto space was that the 20-week SMA and the 20-week EMA were our quote-unquote bull market support bands. And it seems like these 2 moving averages are becoming more and more irrelevant as time goes by. We were kind of just hanging out above it when we were running up, and now we're just hanging out below it, and we're not really interacting with these moving averages anymore. Same thing happened in 2019. They were kind of irrelevant. Being above it is clearly bullish, and being below it is clearly bearish, but it's not necessarily a bull market support band like it was in 2017. Things are changing. And as I pointed out in a previous video, this is the first flat top in Bitcoin history. Guys, it's never happened before that we've had a flat top of a market cycle. All other tops were blow-off tops, right? Blow-off top 2019, blow-off top 2017. Let me just keep going back in time. Blow-off top 2013. There has only ever been blow-off tops. They're our first flat top, which means that the price action will likely not be interacting with the 20-week EMA as it did in previous cycles. So the 20-week EMA, the 20-week SMA, which is what is on the screen right now, is becoming less significant, because now on the screen you see the 50 EMA and the 50 SMA. Bitcoin's behavior is changing. Therefore, the bull market support band will likely also change. Bitcoin is spending more time at the top with that Wyckoff distribution, with our correction, and now more time is being spent at the bottom with our Wyckoff accumulation. So the new bull market support band is the 50 EMA and the 50 SMA. Now bringing up the 20-week EMA, yeah, I mean, if we get back above it, that's clearly a bullish sign. But my point is, I don't think that it's going to be necessarily as good of a support indicator. My main point here is that the 50-week EMA is just more likely to act as our longer-term moving average support line. And just to quickly mention this pattern that you guys saw me talk about, we were the first channel on YouTube to discuss Bitcoin potentially playing out a 3 peaks in a domed house pattern. This is a long-term pattern, and I do think Bitcoin is still on track for this, especially if Wyckoff accumulation plays out. We're likely going to see a move back up towards our high over the next month or two, followed by consolidation at those highs, and a breakout to play out this type of a pattern. The reason I think that this is likely is because, once again, this is our first flat top in Bitcoin history. And we already got our 3 peaks here. And it seems like the area that we're in now with the Wyckoff accumulation is the basement of the pattern down here. And if we are going to recover over the next many months and see a move back up, I do think that the 3 peaks in a domed house pattern just seems like the most likely long-term pattern to play out. And this would be essentially a continuation of the bull market. Once again, guys, as I keep saying on this channel, this is a correction that we're in right now, not a bear market, right? Bitcoin was down for 2 weeks and then sideways for a couple months. That is a correction. That is not a bear market. We had a quick markdown in price followed by sideways action, right? So I think that if we recover here, we're going to see a continuation of the bull market. And then looking back in time, we would just consider all of this action to be one large bull market. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Just want to talk to you guys about all the recent action. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.